This video will show you the basics of how you can use Excel to perform calculations. Let's start out with a simple example. I've selected cell E2 and I'm going to ask it to multiply 5 times 8. Anytime you want Excel to do a calculation, you start out by typing the equal sign, 5 times 8. Notice that Excel uses an asterisk for the multiplication symbol. I press enter and there's my result of 40. Now when I click back on that cell, you can see the result of 40 right there, but up in the formula bar you get to see the calculation that produced that result of 40. That's often handy to be able to see the result of a calculation and the formula that produced the calculation. That, by the way, is why it's called the formula bar. Let's take a look at how Excel handles the order of operations. I'm going to have Excel calculate 3 plus 4 times 5. The order of operations says to multiply the 4 times 5 first before we add the 3. Excel knows and follows the order of operations. So this is going to come out with 20 plus 3 or 23. So there's that result. Usually when you're doing calculations in Excel, you want those calculations to be based on numbers that are stored in other parts of your worksheet. So here I'm going to have Excel add the numbers 20 and 30 as stored in cells C6 and D6. I type in equals and then I put in the address of the number 20, C6. Then I'm going to add the address of the number 30, that's cell D6. Now notice when I type the cell D, it shows me a bunch of different things that it thinks I might be about to type. Until we get into Excel functions, none of these are going to be useful to us, and we're just going to ignore that. I'm just going to type in D6. I press enter, and it shows me the sum of 50. Again, if I click on the cell, I can see the result of 50. Up in the formula bar, I see the actual formula behind this. In particular, if I change any of the numbers in either of these cells, say I replace that number 20 with the number 7, now it's going to add 7 to 30 because Excel knows to add whatever's in C6 to whatever's in D6, and you will get that updated result. Let's take a look at a faster way that I can work this sort of calculation. Instead of typing the actual address, I can type equals and then just click on the cell that contains the number I'm interested in. Excel automatically knows that C8 is the cell that I just clicked on. Type plus, click on the adjacent cell, and press enter, and it will come up with the sum of 52. Now let's take a look at a little more involved of a calculation. I want to calculate the percent increase in population of Oregon City from 2000 to 2008. So the first thing I need to do is figure out exactly how many people that involves. So I'm going to type equals the 2008 population minus the 2000 population. Press enter. And that's the additional number of people in Oregon City from 2008 versus 2000. To figure out the percent change, what I need to do is have it divide that increase, so equals the increase, and divide it by the original population, the year 2000 population. Press enter, and there's my percent change. Well, except that's not a percent. That's a proportion, a decimal value. If I want to see that as a percent, I'm going to go up here. I'm on the Home tab, notice, and click the percent, and it says the percent change is 18%. I can do that calculation all in one step, but because of the order of operations issue, that's going to require some parentheses. So to do it all in one step, I'm going to type equals, and then parentheses, the 2008 minus the 2000 population, close parentheses, and then divide that by the year 2000 population. Again, that gives me a result of it as a decimal. If I want it as a percent, I'll go up and click the percent tab, and I see that same 18% result. That's an introduction to formulas on Excel 2007.